Alright. That's enough history. Let's jump on it. Whee! This is actually one of the few things that bothers me in this game. I mean, it's a fun gameplay mechanic, don't get me wrong, but almost everything else can be explained as science fiction. But this is like physically freaking impossible, and it bugs me if you think about it, because you might think, okay, elastic energy, it just is really good at conserving it, basically. But you bounce instantly, there's no absorption, and you know, you're not like or you don't hit it and sort of like squish and then fling off. You just fly as soon as you hit it. And with the long fall boots, it makes even less sense. And if you're standing, and then you jump, it'll send you up extra high, so you're just finding energy from nothing. It bothers me. I know it's a weird thing to be nitpicky about, but like I said, everything else can be explained as science fiction. This just doesn't make sense. Leave me alone. Let me have my moment. There is the button I'm looking for. Whee! That wasn't a very good throw. Ow. Pretty sure I hit my head on that. Hang on. That wasn't even close. Come on, that was crap.
The lab boys just informed me that I should not have mentioned the control group. They're telling me I ought to stop making these pre-recorded messages. That gave me an idea. Make more pre-recorded messages. I pay the bills here, I can talk about the control group all damn day.
Sounds good. Cave Johnson, you can talk about whatever you want, and I would be more than happy to listen to it. Oh, okay, it's not something to explore, it's where you go later. As in right now. I was all worried. This is just the way down, isn't it? But I don't need to go that way. Do I? I don't think so. Maybe. Maybe it's a shortcut. Nope, this is extra stuff. Okay. Although there's not really anything in here. Oh, that was a good use of time. So good. I'm jumping as if I'm doing some kind of
For this next
speed
test,
run.
we put nanoparticles in the gel. In layman's terms, that's a billion little gizmos that are going to travel into your bloodstream and pump experimental genes and RNA molecules and so forth into your tumors. Now, maybe you don't have any tumors. Well, don't worry. If you sat on a folding chair in the lobby and weren't wearing lead underpants, we took care of that too.
Lead underpants. Alright. Bam. Here it comes. Oh crap, I'm gonna miss it. No, I'm not. Hey, whoa, hey, what? That was weird. I crushed it, I think. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. That was a crappy throw. Bam. There is where I will bounce on this up to there, and it will be cool. That was... Oh, I was holding the crouch button. Crouch is how you stop bouncing, by the way, if you're wondering. See, this bugs me too. This shouldn't work. I suppose the other gel shouldn't work either. Both the gels kind of bug me. They are fun. Again, don't get me wrong. I know it's not something I should be bothering to complain about, but they do.
Oh, in case you got covered in that repulsion gel, here's some advice the lab boys gave me. Do not get covered in the repulsion gel. We haven't entirely nailed down what element it is yet, but I'll tell you this, it's a lively one, and it does not like the human skeleton.
Noted. Does not like the human skeleton. Alright.
All these science spheres are made of asbestos, by the way. Keeps out the rats. Let us know if you feel a shortness of breath, a persistent dry cough, or your heart stopping, because that's not part of the test. That's asbestos. Good news is the lab boys say the symptoms of asbestos poisoning show a median latency of 44.6 years. So if you're 30 or older, you're laughing. Worst case scenario, you miss out on a few rounds of canasta. Plus, you forwarded the cause of science by 3 centuries. I punch those numbers into my calculator, it makes a happy face.
Those aren't numbers. I think he meant it metaphorically, though. So that's cool. Happy numbers. Oh, there's where roughly I want to. Nope. Where do I want to? There, that's where I want to go. I do sometimes forget things, even if I have played it before. There's nothing up here. That was exciting.
I like your style. You make up your own rules, just like me. Bean Counter said I couldn't fire a man just for being in a wheelchair. Did it anyway. Ramps are expensive.
Fair enough. Not really. But that's okay. See, when he says, I like your style, you make up your own rules, it makes it seem like what he's saying is dynamic. Unless the facility was built this way and you have to do this ridiculous crap to get from test chamber to test chamber. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like falling apart though. It is awful convenient sometimes though, isn't it? Bam. 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 This is pretty cool. I like this. Bam.
Just a heads up, up, that
go through
coffee
it
we
right
gave you
after
earlier
the
had fluorescent calcium in it so we can track the neuronal activity in your brain.
fluorescent.
There's a slight chance the calcium could harden and vitrify your frontal lobe. Anyway, don't stress yourself thinking about it. I'm serious. Visualizing the scenario while under stress actually triggers the reaction.
So, what do you think neural activity looks like if you highlight everything? That would actually be a pretty sweet experiment. Probably wouldn't want to use calcium though, or fluorescence.
Now,
That's
if you're
what
part of
those
Control
machines
Group
are for.
Kepler-7, we implanted a tiny microchip about the size of a postcard into your skull. Most likely you've forgotten it's even there. But if it
postcard?
starts vibrating and beeping during this next test, let us know. Because that means it's about to hit 500 degrees, so we're going to need to go ahead and get that out of you pretty fast.
I missed that before, but you realize that a postcard is not all that tiny. Just if you were wondering. Oh crap. I got covered in the repulsion gel. What am I doing? What am I doing? Sounds good. Huh. I'm pretty sure some folks do some cheaty things here. Although you can do it without cheating. As soon as I stop sucking. Oh, no, there's an invisible wall. That's cool. Alright, it works out. Bam! I need to get that set up. There's some glitch where you set down a portal, and I'm not very good at it, but if you shoot a portal at the floor right as you're going through it, it'll launch you up higher. I don't really like that. I don't. I know some people are like, it's a legit strategy, it's in the game, but no clip's also pretty good, I guess. It's not quite as bad as no clip. Anyway.
Tell them, keep your pants on.
Hey.
Alright, this next test may involve trace amounts of time travel. So, word of advice, if you meet yourself on the testing track, don't make eye contact. Lab boys tell me that'll wipe out time. Entirely. Forward and backward. So, do both of yourselves a favor and just let that handsome devil go about his business.
Okie dokie. If a future you tries to warn you about this test, don't listen. Alright. That actually totally makes sense anyway. Doesn't it? Because, I mean, if you were warned about the test and then you didn't do it, then the future wouldn't happen and there'd be a paradox. So, don't do that. Oh, no. I'm an idiot. No! I always tap backwards after coming out of these things so that, you know, I don't overshoot, and then I just end up going back through the portal. It's bad. It's one of the worst things I do. I also spent a really long time on this for some reason. Pretty sure I actually did the right thing, but it just came out poorly, basically. didn't work right. And then I ended up trying a dozen other things before I came back to doing the right thing, and then it finally worked. It was really annoying, actually. I was kind of miffed. Oh, that's probably what I did wrong, too, anyway.